never know. Might just be in the background.
1 on New Dash, 1 on Arachne, 1 on Max, 1 on Riptide, 1 on Reinar, and 1 on Vincent.
Oosh.
No Teklos. Just
No.
want to note that.
No,
Not one.
not a single one.
Because he's bad.
Whoa. He's not bad.
Just a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Yes, Bailey. Oh. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 28. 28, Josh? Jeez. Of Big Deck Energy. Today we are going to be going over our usual weeks in Fab. We all got to play in our armory again. Did a little drafting of heavy hitters. Going to get into some Battle Hardened news as well. I know there was a calling attached to that, but the calling was like a sealed draft calling. And the CC stuff is a little more interesting, I think, right now. So we're going to get into the Battle Hardened that happened over the weekend. And yeah, why don't we just get right into it? Big winner Josh over there this week. Why don't you start us off with what you did
So, off of last week going 0-3 with Kano, we went into the draft. We had a 10-person pod.
Yep, one Big 10.
So we just did that, and I ended up forcing Kasai. I was in a party chat on Xbox with a few of the guys the night before, and I literally said, I'm forcing Kasai, like 100%. Yeah. And so I did that right away.
Paid off, right?
It paid off. Went 3-0, technically 3-1, because we played 4 rounds, lost a tie on the 4th round. But first round was into Carter, and he was on Betsy. Let me tell you, rough matchup right away, because he was able to big bop and swing for like 13-14 in like the first 4 turns. So I just had to sit there and block and set up the entire time. And I just ended up playing the value game. I think I ended up having 37 or 38 cards in my deck. I only had 2 cards.
Kind of a lot
that
in this format, I feel like.
Yeah, that didn't work in my deck. So, and I had a full armor sweep too. So.
Oh, you did? That was one thing I kind of was missing on.
Yep.
Yeah, I should have prioritized armor a little more.
I was able to get the hood off of drafting too.
That's nice. That's a good hit.
It was really nice. Round 2 was into our good buddy Drew. He was on KO. Pretty close game. He was able to create might tokens up the wazoo. Every turn was creating 2 to 3 might tokens, swinging for 8-9 damage, and I was just slowly playing value game again with the swords, trying to utilize draw swords, get the free swing and agility tokens. So was able to do that, took that one down, and then 3rd round was into our Judge Nathan on KO. Let me tell you, that KO deck was disgusting, and he knows how to play it. He was blocking all my swords when I was just trying to play value game again, and he was just doing attack action, or no attack actions, just actions. Just everything action. I'm like,
yep.
Bruh, like this is brutal, because I was just trying to get my agility tokens, wasn't able to get them off, and I was able to just pump a few times to get them down.
Yeah.
But finally it came down to like my 8 attack reactions in the deck. Those were definitely my saving grace in most of those matchups.
How many times did you win off of a reaction this weekend?
Every game, except for you.
Nice.
I had the 5 pump in the arsenal against you in the 4th round. But you were able to just get that big bop overpower when I was at 4 life left. So
that's the one where it only gets pumped if you attack or you block with an attack.
They block with an attack action, which if I can play the value game where you're just blocking out most of my attacks with all your actions right away, and I just slowly fatigue you down to the point where you have to block with attack actions, it's golden, which I feel like Kasai can do very well. Not gonna lie.
That
Kasai
card seems
felt
very
good.
strong. The
+5.
The thing is it can be it can be a little telegraphed. Like, honestly, in me and Carter's game, he played around it perfectly in like three turns. This was back in the sealed armory, but
For pre-release.
I had that thing stuck in Arsenal and ended up being a liability. Was never able to play it. He just played around it perfectly, and yeah.
See, if you can
High ceiling,
utilize
low floor,
like just pitch stacking that card towards the end, and you put your
force them to almost block with an attack. Yeah.
Yep. If you have like your agility ones, those are the ones that you really want to be putting in Arsenal and pitching the the attack actions for later, like I was saying. But no, it was a good weekend. Ended up taking it down and getting the Hood of the Red Sands cold foil promo. So that was fun. But how about you two?
Well, I went 3-1 on the weekend. Like you said, we played in the fourth, but you had already won. At that point, you were 3-0 going into our game. I drafted Betsy. It was kind of, I wouldn't say that I liked my deck. It just kind of, I drafted my seed, I think. The weird thing was Carter was to my right, and he was also on Betsy. My pack one pick one was the double down.
Great card.
Was never even able to play the card.
Really?
No. It's a 3-block though, so
True.
I blocked with it more than
Dude, anytime I saw 3-block
play it
in the deck, like
yeah,
you have to.
One thing I want to say about this draft is like 3-blocks are huge in this
Big
format.
time.
It seems like
Big
like there's just a lot of 2-blocks and there's a lot of break points, and the 3-block like action or reaction or whatever is like huge.
Oh, big
Just
time.
the utility is kind of hidden in them.
Ridiculous amount of 2-blocks.
Yeah, dude. It does seem like it. I'm like a guardian playing
Especially for
a hand.
Guardians
I
and
literally drew
Warriors.
multiple times 4 cards. All 4 were 2-blocks. As a guardian, I'm sitting there like, oh, this just feels wrong.
Dude, the same feel with the warrior. All the warrior cards literally block for 3. We get into this set, majority of them block for 2, and it is rough.
It's brutal.
It is. Pun intended. Brutal.
No, I played against Kasai. Lost to Kasai. I got a little bit greedy. He ended up giving me an agility token. Yeah, as Betsy. And I had 2 blues in hand. The line was 2 blues in hand, I have double hammer, so I just swing Miller's Grindstone for 4, which is a break point at that point. He had no armor, and he was at 1. So it would have been a break point plus the Titan's Fist type of high riser.
Yep.
Yes. Either I block for 5 and do the 2 blues, keep the 2 blues to do the double swing, or I block for 6 and just swing 1 in Arsenal card, which was obviously the safer line.
Yep.
Got greedy, wanted to use the agility as a Betsy.
Yep.
And he gave him the old lunging press at the end. +1 me.
Yep. That's because
Lost.
he attacked with the...
We were both at 1.
Yep.
It was a really close game. Crazy. All the games felt real close. It's not like...
Your first matchup was into Kasai, you said? Or...
Gosh, who was it? No, it was actually KO. I played Alex round
on
1.
KO. Okay.
Yeah.
And then
unfortunately,
Tanner and Kasai.
yeah. He had a bunch of no blocks at the end, which was just brutal.
Ugh.
But again, pun intended, right? Brutes have a ton of no blocks. They're wild rides, and some of those cards just don't even block.
Dude, the Bare Fangs, amazing card, doesn't block.
Yeah.
Which is harsh.
Yeah.
It's very harsh. It's literally your only attack card. And the fact that brutes still have these non-block attacks is unreal. You would think that it'd be 2, but
I almost think it's a cop-out for LSS, because you can balance a card by having it not block, right?
True.
But they are not going to be put into positions where they're going to want to block most times. So you're going to attack with the card
regardless.
95% of the time anyway, so it not blocking kind of doesn't matter. It feels irrelevant sometimes.
Yep.
But the times it does feel relevant, like in our game, it's like you just lose the game on the spot when you need a block.
Yep.
And that's what happened. Won our game in the finals. That was another Kasai game. Betsy's just sweet. A lot of pumps. You play the auras. You
I
take
think
a turn
she's
cycle off, block.
For sure the better guardian in draft.
Yes. I think Kasai, Betsy, and KO are kind of your default
go-to heroes in that.
Yep. The other 3, Olympia, Reinar, and Victor, seem like they need a little bit more help or a little bit more, deck building.
It's iffy about Reinar because when Dylan was playing Reinar in the pre-release.
I beat a Reinar as well. Sean was the only Reinar at the table.
Because it's like, if you have Mandible Claws and you're able to use one of those discard cards, you can just utilize Mandible Claws pretty well and just have like the value game in your deck size.
Yeah, maybe the good Reinar,
Reinar
decks are like claw decks. Probably you're probably right.
I would assume so.
Because that go again on there is nice.
It is. I mean, you're just able to use a 3 attack and then go again, and most of the time have another attack coming in for 6. That's 9 damage in a turn. It's great value. Great value. But
yeah. Did you guys get into any Flesh and Blood? I know you did, Bailey. What was your record this weekend?
I went 1-2.
Were you on Betsy too?
No, I was on Kasai. I should have gone with Betsy.
I thought you were gonna force Betsy for sure.
I should have. My deck was terrible, and I just waited too late to even think about pivoting. But we picked up a round 1 win. I don't even remember what Dylan was on. I think he was also on Kasai.
Mr. 8 Bobbles.
Yeah, 8 Bobbles, the armor drafter.
That's what happens when you drop 16 equipment.
I think he had like 7 arms and like 6 legs or
He's
something.
Fucking Goro from Mortal Kombat. He needs 4 pairs of gloves.
Lost to Nathan in round 2, who was on KO, and he played very well. And then lost to Tanner in round 3, and I think he was also on Kasai.
Tanner had a pretty good deck.
He did.
There's a lot of Kasais running around.
Kasai seems to just pump out pretty consistent damage, I think. KO is a little more like boom or bust, like the brutes. And then I don't know what Guardians are even trying to do. Like, you can build them in different ways.
Dude, I will say the Drawn Swords card for Kasai is so good. If you have the Agility token, you pay 3 for 3 buff and replacing a card. Too good. And you're utilizing more than just that value on that card because you're swinging all your swords for free at that point. So the utilization on that card alone is beautiful. I think it's amazing.
Red ones are really good, I think.
Yes. I think I had 2.
In particular, I think
I think I had 2 in my deck, and then 1 yellow. But, I mean, just being able to get that value off of that is huge. Were you able to get any of those, Bailey, in your...
I think I had 1.
Only 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. The 10-person pod was...
a whole lot of Kasai chaff.
I didn't like the 10-person pod.
Terrible.
Did you have a lot of...
block 2.
Did you have a lot of attacks then? Like the Guardian?
Yeah, that's all I was getting past.
Really?
Yeah.
I was hogging up some of those warrior actions and stuff in my corner over there. Because the closest person to me that had warrior was Dylan. And then I think you were across the table, like 1 kitty corner from me. So anything that you didn't have was just getting passed over. But so you lost to Nathan in round 2, you said, on KO?
Yeah.
And then... What about your other rounds?
Lost to Tanner, and then picked up the win on Dylan.
There you go.
Round 1.
There you go. Rip, anything cool?
No.
I don't think anyone really opened anything.
It was a terrible weekend.
Yeah, no, not one legendary was ripped. No, Nathan ended up ripping the Grains of Blood Spill at the end of it. That's right.
Rainbow foil.
Yes. Yep.
It was a nice pull. I think like the highlight for this draft is 3 blocks and 3 for 7s. The 3 for 7s just, I mean, in my Guardian deck, I had a bunch of them. A lot of them are 3 for 6s, but every time I would draw like one of those 4 cost or 5 cost fucking attacks that are most of the time traps, you know, but you put them in your deck because they have a high number at the bottom left.
Yep.
And I'm like sitting there looking at these, like this 5 for 8. And then I look at this 3 for 7 and I'm like, get this shit out of my deck, dude. This, you know, the 3 for 7s are incredible in this format, I think.
If you're able to have like your 2 block 3s, like if you actually can utilize them in a turn, right, blocking 6, and then you're throwing 7 with 2 cards. It's the value game on that is just way too good.
Yep, that gives you like 13 value on that turn cycle, and they say like that's good enough for a CC deck. You know, most of the time, 13 to 14 value per turn is, you know, what a CC deck is
on rate.
Yeah, on
absolutely
average.
On rate.
Which, I mean, in Blitz, that's great. And yeah, Guardians, I think, kind of they give you the opportunity to do the block for 6, hit for 7 line pretty oftenly, honestly. And me and Sean's game, it was we got to the point where it was 2 block from hand, he'd attack for 6. I'd 2 block from hand, I'd attack for 6. I think 3 or 4 times. We both had 1 and 2. It was just turns out to be that kind of game.
The value is insane. Which, I mean, Guardian and Brute, I feel
this does feel like a value format. And honestly, I will say, like, also, I don't think there's a better draft or sealed format we've seen. I know everyone kind of talks about Welcome to Wraith or tries to compare these two. I think they're very different.
Big time.
To be honest.
Big time.
This feels kind of like peak Fab right now.
Yeah.
Like feels like kind of even the box values, some of the card values inside this set.
I mean,
the
Kasai,
Majestics
KO.
are holding.
Yeah.
Like what's happening?
Some of those Majestics are sitting at like 20-something bucks.
These cards are being played. That's what's happening, and they're good. They're actually having an effect on the meta.
Swing big. Seeing that card's increase in value after this set was insane.
True.
Like, sorry, that you guys said Majestics holding their price, and that one just popped into my head because I find it so shocking.
Isn't that like a $30 card now?
More almost.
Yeah.
Wow.
The rainbow's at like 45. I think the plain is at 35, 40 almost.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's insane.
It is legit $120 to get a play set of that card.
Oh my god, no, they're $40.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's
For
awesome.
non-foils.
It's absolutely
I'm sitting here
crazy.
just
That's
like
fucking great.
I'm going like this, saying thank you,
That
Lord,
feels like
for
magic.
thank you, Lord, for giving me my play set already. Because
I don't know if you guys ever
Yep.
were like familiar with Standard or playing Magic and playing Standard in Magic. You would.
Unfortunately.
They're like, I don't know if you remember Hydroid Crassus, the blue-green X card. You'd come into play, gain a bunch of life, draw a bunch of cards. Anyways, it was like a $30 or $40 card. Yeah, and the second the weekend that the tournament happened, everyone was on it, and it becomes the immediate $30 or $40 card. We haven't seen that much in Fab,
so
and a lot of it is due to just a lot of new sets don't have the playability that Heavy Hitters has. I think.
I know we were saying the value on what is it? Swing Big is like one of the best value cards in the game. 2 for 8,
Blocks
pay
for
2,
3.
blocks for 3.
Yep.
Golden Sun might be a better card.
Isn't that a 4 cost though?
Golden Sun is kind of best.
It's a 4
That
cost.
card is
You pay 1 gold.
Well, but that requires a gold though, so you have to like count that into the cost.
Late
or
game,
the,
you
the,
pop your
the,
shield.
Like numbers on the card.
It's
If it was a 3 cost, it'd be different.
I mean, it goes to 3 cost and it's 11 overpower,
Yeah.
and then you just get if it's flipped on a clash, you get a gold. Most of the time, if you build Victor right, I know Drew and I were watching some videos on it. If you trounce correctly and you're able to get those trounces off, and you just like only block with those trounces and you don't run some of those other block cards, the value game is insane. It is so good.
Drawing the card like on their turn
It's disgusting.
feels wrong. Like you get the block
I watch a
and
guy
then draw a card.
Watch a guy have 2 cards, go back up to 4 on his turn with trounce. It's like, what in the hell
That's
just happened?
insane.
It's like, and he was able to get like 2 vigors
On
and like
trounce?
yeah.
Where do you draw a card on Trounce?
No,
If
it's
you
from
win
it's from Victor,
From Victor's ability,
Yep.
because of Victor's ability.
and it can trigger twice.
Well, it's
It
once,
triggers twice
but
automatically. It's 2 class.
it's 2 clashes.
No, I mean like per turn, you can draw multiple cards off of Victor's
Well, it's
ability.
one. You can only do 1.
Okay, so how did he draw?
He was
did he go?
able to get 2 vigor and pay for a gold.
Oh,
Because he created 2 gold, because he revealed another golden sun when he trounced, and was able to have 3 gold because he trounced twice. Well, I guess golden sun would go to the bottom, but you just get 1 off of that, and then you get 1 off of Victor's ability, and you're just able to go burr.
yeah.
And you're literally able to have a 2-card hand and play it 3 for 11, which is good. I don't know. I think the value in
Golden
Victor...
Sun is a sweet card for sure. I'm not shitting on it. It's actually like it's like the overpower thing on it.
Yeah.
Against Teklo, just in my recent testing, it's better than Dominate because all of my shit's actions. Like I can't even my armor sitting on the battlefield is considered an action.
Yep.
So I can only block with like if I choose to block with my armor, I then can't usually block with a
card
single
from
card
hand.
from my hand, which
Well, you
feels
run-
a little weird.
Don't you run a couple like firewalls and stuff? You know,
Yeah, I have D-Reacts. I actually cut the blocks for energy potions. Dude, this deck becomes like better and better every week. And
just more testing.
that's all it is. I've been like hard testing. I've been testing more, I think, probably than I ever have. Like I did 100 games last week. And I just fixed the list. I'm going to do another 100 probably this next week. Or I'm
Ty,
trying
what's
to.
your win percentage sitting at on that deck? Are you still at
It
that
went
like
from
64%?
No, it went from 64 to 55 because of my changes, and I kept changing it in between games, which is like a no when you try to really test a deck. But it was playing with the firewalls, but it went from 64 when I showed you guys at 50 games to like 55, I think, and I left it at 100 games. I did a new list with. I added one blue unmovable, made room for that, just for a little extra something for Azalea, and because that matchup of the meta decks, I'm not like I would take any of those choices, you know, even KO. Like I'm able to usually deal with a KO pretty handedly. Victor, I mean, I've told you guys that matchup seems almost unwinnable. Yeah. For Victor, I mean.
Yeah.
No one's playing Teklo. I know Carter posted a thing in the Discord this weekend about there being a top 4 in some tournament somewhere where Teklo made the top 4. It made me kind of sweat a little. I'm like, no, please don't let the secret get out.
Well, I know we haven't really dived into your week in Fab, Cliff. Have you done too much in Fab, or?
Unfortunately, no. This is my week where I'm on, so I haven't gotten to do much but sit there and ponder when I get the downtime in lab. I just get to sit there and run through chains in my head.
I see what you
Honestly,
did there.
I almost feel like I should just be like in a room with foam walls and a Sharpie with the straitjacket, you know?
Gosh.
Just like if I play this card here, that's the kind of energy I'm on.
I can only imagine the type of crackhead shit Cliff's cooking up to when he's in the lab.
Moon's Wish, Sun's Kiss deck.
Moon's Wish, Sun's Kiss. It's good.
Going schizophrenic.
I'm debating making Sun's Kiss my desktop background.
Oh my god.
Dude, you would.
You're actually joking, right?
No.
Oh my god.
I kind of wish I was, but I'm not.
What
but
a menace to society.
Going into some of the thoughts I had this week, like Brute is obviously in from what we've seen from coming all the big tournaments.
Yep.
KO's out there, Levia's out there, and they're doing good. Especially KO. KO's spooky.
This might be the year of the Brutes.
I think we're in it.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. As much as I really love like the way this Riptide list is cooking up, I can't get this little voice out of my head that's like, get Rhinar. Bring Rhinar.
I thought you were going to say KO, Cliff, and you gotta
KO.
play KO, dude. What are you thinking?
I think there is some gross things I can do with Rhinar. Because the two decks are diametrically different, right? KO and Rhinar are both two very different brutes for the playstyle. KO is all about getting the agility tokens and all about trying to get the go-again brute attacks. I think Rhinar's main focus, even with the beat chest and accentuated by it, is trying to get that double to quadruple intimidate and just try to plant 10 to 15 damage on them or threaten that a turn. Not doing the go again to where it makes the blocking difficult, but actually interrupting like how they cycle their hand for when they're at the defensive phase. I think Rhinar's got some good tools.
I suppose that makes sense. I mean, KO's not running too many actions. I mean, he's literally running only Cast Bones
and
Blood Rush. And then I guess
the KO I played
That
today
is all
that I was telling you
attacks?
guys about, played a Berserk and did 30 plus damage to me in a turn. That was the game I won, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
That's one of the cards that I want to play with. In
I do.
Which is not like a common thing, I think, right now. There's people trying it out, I think, but I think most lists are not playing Berserk. That's like a specific type of thing they're trying to do with that
put
card.
it in mind. I mean, it's almost like a small combo in itself, trying to get that to go off.
So whenever you discard
It's
a card,
a very hit or miss card.
Yeah.
It's much stronger in KO because of the +1 he gives. But
it's
that card's got some spice.
no, it's
What does it do?
He drew, I think, 4 cards in the turn against me. No, I'm not.
So let me pull up
everything
the
at go
text for you,
again.
Bailey.
Fucking, it's basically whenever you discard a 6, power,
Pull
you
that shit up, Cliff.
you draw a card. So you just replace everything you discard.
What's crazy is that I've seen Skullcrack go up in price so much, but Skullcrack's only if you discard it at random. You get the extra resource. So I don't know why
KO's
people
just not playing that card.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Whoa, Skullcrack, you get an extra resource." I'm like, it has to be random. I'm like, I can't believe people haven't like figured this out yet.
Yeah.
And then the price is still going up. It's like, I mean, I guess in Rhinar with your Primeval Bellow.
Well, there's
and stuff
definitely
like that,
there's definitely people playing Rhinar, or more people playing Rhinar than there was before heavy hitters.
True.
You know,
True.
He may not be like in the top 5 or top 8s, but
True.
Rhinar's definitely.
He's lurking.
Berserk looks
Got
like it
upgrades.
could be kind of nutty in KO.
No, it
Yeah,
was.
so
It was nuts.
just to get the card out there,
Went
for
from
those who
31
don't
to
know what the
16
text
with
reads,
blocking all my whole hand and armor. So that's 15 damage he did plus 12 plus armor. So yeah, it's like something like 30 plus value turn he did on me.
Yep.
It was wild.
Yep. I mean, Cliff, I think you're right though with like the whole Rhinar speculation of he runs more actions and is just straight up focusing on the intimidate aspect. I
yeah,
don't know if he's gonna be like aggro.
But why
like,
play inconsistent, Brute, when you can play consistent?
I mean, Rhinar
Brute?
isn't really inconsistent now though.
Well, but he's more inconsistent than KO, just naturally.
this is true.
Yeah.
So
This
like,
is true.
I don't know why you're not all over it, Cliff. Like, fucking, your A Brute is top of the meta, and you're like, Rhinar. It's like, no, bro. KO.
Yeah,
Just run Blood Rush,
there-
just run Cast Bones, and run all the blue 5s, all the good red 6s and 7s, and freaking swing bigs.
Bare Fangs is a gross card, and then what's the other one that can typically come in for like 13? I'm trying to think of what it is. Came out of Dynasty.
Oh, the Savage something.
Yeah.
Is it
Oh,
Savage Beatdown?
Savage Beatdown, yeah. I mean, just that card. You can have a 2-card hand, 3-card hand, and be able to get that up to 13 with ease.
Yeah,
Pretty easily.
I don't even know if they even play that card.
No, you can't.
They do
play
so
it
many
with a
like
3-card hand.
big chunky go
You
again
can't
things.
play it.
You have to have a 4-card hand?
So Savage Beatdown, you almost have to have a way to draw a card. You literally have to play it on like a Blood Rush turn or like if you do a Berserk turn.
Yeah, I
That's
thought there
about
was
the
a
you're right,
way you
you're
stipulation
right,
with
get
you're
it.
right, you're right, yep.
The stipulation is it's a 3-cost 6 power that has 2 text box, or 3 actually. First one is that you can only play this if you have already discarded a card. I think of 6 power or more. The second one reads as an additional cost to play this, discard a random card. And the third one reads basically if you've discarded, no, that's the 6 power or more.
Oh,
If you've discarded a 6 power or more, it gets +6.
That's right.
So it's
That's
a
right.
3 for 12 if you can actually get it off properly. And then whatever other buffs you're able to stack on top of it.
Well, I mean, the might tokens, obviously, if you're able to get the mites. But I think that's still a great card. I was watching some matchups where that guy was utilizing that card very well into Bravos and Victors and was able to get Victor down quite low pretty fast.
Yeah, the card is excellent when it's firing, but if you can't fire it, it's dead weight.
It is a little bit of a setup turn. You know, that's either sitting in your arsenal or, you got your Blood Rush in arsenal and you draw it up and then you just go.
Mm-hmm.
Have you given a second look at Dash and CC, Cliff?
I have. I actually think I'm gonna build her back up since my max deck has been relegated to Blitz.
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna get Dash back up to a CC and
Yeah. Are you?
yeah, there's definitely the voice that's also saying just bring Dash, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And you said you're gonna try to make it for RTNs, right? Or at least one of them.
I'm gonna try to make at least one. I'm not making it to the one that's going next weekend, but the weekend after I should be able to go.
That's the draft one, right?
Yep. There's a draft this upcoming weekend at Battlegrounds
That's right.
Cafe. None of us are going, I don't think, right?
no.
I will
I
be
thi-
leaving for Mexico.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I will not be there.
So wait, the one this coming weekend is draft, and then the following is CC.
Yes.
Yes.
The rest of
Okay.
them after this draft one are all CC in Minnesota.
I thought it went CC draft.
No, there's one draft and 2 CCs, and then the one in Wisconsin is also a CC.
So this first one's draft.
Yep. No more drafts. I'm really fucking sad.
I'm
that
a little
I won't-
pissed,
I know, me too.
because I'm missing the draft on that. But
Yep.
can't complain with CC.
A lot of our shop, a lot of our team is going though, so I want to give a shout out to those guys and good luck because I'm sure they're listening to this maybe even on the way there. You never know if they're
True.
late listening.
True.
So
Ooh,
good luck,
most of
good
them
luck,
listen,
fellas.
like,
Oh, this could be a
a
good
minute after.
good segue. Good segue. I wanted to talk about the RTN pricing. I don't know if we ever talked about this. Do you guys see that they added gold foils?
Yeah, to the first. Well, we.
Oh,
Never added an RTN.
really?
Are you sure?
One of I think Carter him had the same reaction. He's like, "No, I could have sworn." I'm like, "No, there's
Jubil.
Jubil was not gold foil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
was.
was.
No,
Yeah, it was.
Jubil
Yes,
was
it
not
was.
a gold foil.
Yes, it was.
Jubio was a gold foil.
No, sir.
I remember.
was.
I very distinctly remember it being.
Hey Ty, I'll bet you a gold foil Jubilee.
I'll bet you. What do you want to bet, Cliff? Foil swing big.
Don't get him intrigued.
You know,
Well, for when I have to play KO and have to foil that deck out.
bro,
No,
I'm
there's
not
probably no-
foiling
there's
a
probably no
KO
chance
deck
I'm
out
playing
right
KO.
now.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up, Bailey.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to find it.
That's a face of defeat, is what that looks like. Can't find it. It was a cold foil, and the only way to get it in cold foil was through RTNs. The Dynasty set did not have a cold
It
foil.
only had
version.
rainbow.
It only
Yeah.
had rainbow, and that's
Yeah.
why it was special. But even then, it wasn't special because it was just a normal cold foil.
I swear it was because I remember Elijah
Could have
saying
swore it was
it's.
a gold foil.
He was saying it's my only gold foil, cold foil that I'd ever have.
Yep, I remember him saying that.
You remember that, Cliff? You were standing right next to me, outside
Yes.
dumpster.
Yep.
Maybe we were just all bamboozled, and it
Well-
was a cold foil.
Quite.
No, me might have been bamboozled.
You can't find it.
I
Um,
would have swore on my life that it was a gold foil.
yeah, you're lucky we didn't
that's-
bet a box because I would have sniped that from you real quick, Cliff. No, but they took
Yeah, I hate
away.
to break it to you, I'm not buying you a rainbow swing big.
Yeah. They took away the cold foil for top 8 as well. The cold foil heroes for top 8 at the RTNs.
That's depressing.
So
Really?
yes, so it's weird.
LSS.
They did prizing a
Well,
little
if they're
wonky.
releasing Marvels every
Well,
set now,
and
for
that's
the
what I-
heroes, then
yeah.
why would they do cold foils?
Yep, that's what I was gonna say, Cliff. Like,
Then do Marvels is the pricing.
I think they're trying to go away from the cold foil heroes for the competitive tournaments.
So what does that do for the price of all the old cold foil heroes that you got from those?
Well, they probably just stay around.
stays
around what
yeah.
they
They,
are.
they probably stay unless they start getting played.
Speaking of
I'm
cold
gonna
foil
be
heroes, I
honest.
finally found someone with a cold foil Teklo.
Really?
Yeah, actually, guy has a YouTube channel. Got a LSS preview and stuff.
Okay.
And yeah,
Because they weren't in any judge packs, were they?
they were this last
They
season.
were.
What were
Yeah.
they? Cold foil Teklos?
Yeah.
Only spot to get them was freaking judge packs, which
Nathan, hook us up.
this one. Yeah, here you go.
But I mean, this is probably a good segue for us to go into the Battle Hardened.
Yeah, dude, I had no idea Cliff played in the Battle Hardened. Were you on like Riptide or something? There was only one.
Hey, there is more than one Riptide player in the United States, I promise.
No,
I think.
no, at
this
the
wasn't
Battle
in-
Hardened.
In the Battle Hardened.
At Liverpool.
There was a Riptide, huh?
Uno.
Yeah.
One singular rip.
You know what else there was one singular of? Vincent.
Mommy.
How'd they do? Did they both get their shit rocked?
Probably.
The
Wait, sorry, I kind of just
That's-
jumped into like the representation that was
No,
there.
that's fine. That's
Um,
fine.
That's good for us to get right
what
into.
shocked me, and 12 azaleas.
That's not
out of
shocking to me.
the-
I think
No.
Azalea is one of
Not-
the top
not
dogs right
shocking.
now.
Mm-hmm.
I do think she's just very fucking strong, and
Yeah,
against a
that's-
big, like, wide variety of decks. Like, she
I-
probably loses to Guardians mostly, but everything else.
I have been making a couple of cuts and changes to mine for RTNs. I think
I think you
like
should
I
play
said,
Azalea.
as much as I want to be on Vincent,
No,
and
I
make
think
that
you should
work,
play Azalea.
I think I'm going to be on Azalea
Yeah.
for RTN.
Yeah.
It's just the smart play.
You know, some of the numbers in this, out of this Battle Hardened for representation don't surprise me, but some really surprise me. As in 11
which one?
Kanos?
That's not surprising. Not after
Really?
Majin. Well,
Not surprising.
Majin just made the finals at the Battle Hardened last weekend
Yeah.
with Kano. So naturally, the next one's going to have...
That's a Kano player. That's a guy that like specializes
I don't
in
think
Kano.
people care about that. They see a Kano in the top, and they're like, let me get that fucking list, if they're a Wizard player.
Yeah, true.
I know what you're saying, because like people, he's going to do well regardless. He's a Kano main. And
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think Kano's also just in a good spot. Like,
Yeah.
pretty good time to
How
be
many
playing
are doing?
Kano.
How many are doing arcane damage right now? Him and Vincent. Occasional from Prism. Occasional from Dromai.
Yeah, I don't think people are packing AB6 like your boy over here. So
Well, Bailey, if you got it pulled up, why don't you read the heroes with the representation?
Yeah, a lot of Levias too. 10 of them. Imagine like most Levia players are just salivating with all the new brute cards that got entered into the pool.
Mm-hmm.
But top dog for the weekend in terms of representation was KO Armed and Dangerous, which should be a surprise to nobody. He came out swinging.
Big time.
19 KOs out of the 152 players, which is insane.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big number. And how many brutes were total, like, represented? Like,
20.
no, 30.
30?
No,
Oh,
there's-
Levia. I forgot Levia.
Yep.
yeah.
So 30
Yeah,
out of the
30 brutes.
150, that's, what
There
is
was-
that?
There was one Reinar.
A fifth? A fifth of the playing field is all brute?
Yeah.
Pretty nuts.
16 Bravos.
That's
Which
Not surprising.
Bravo is just always there.
Mhm.
Like sneaking around, waiting for his opportunity.
What's going to be interesting to see is like the tension between the Bravo and Victor players, to be honest with you. That's going to be what I want to like pay attention to in the next. No, seriously, imagine being a Guardian player. Like, which one do you fucking play right now? Like,
Yeah.
it's kind of tough to pick and argue, for either side, honestly.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. 14 Kasai's. Whoop whoop.
Let's go.
Also, it's not
Matchup
surprising.
is giving me headaches, dude. It really is.
Are they running like the Raisin Army, like trying to just, or are they doing blood on their
I think the
hands?
smart ones
Just-
aren't. It's all blood on their hands.
Yeah.
Blood on their hands is
It's just,
it's too good.
it's too good. It's more consistent than Raisin Army.
Mhm.
If you're able to get Raisin Army out and you're able to get a few Centauri Cell Swords, like, yeah, I'm not
but,
saying
like,
it's bad, but
what better things
probably
could
play
you be
one of
doing,
them.
though?
yeah,
Yeah.
Like
don't-
if I was making a Kasai deck, I would just put one in because the second and third are at that point worth
Yeah.
probably not much when all your gold's gone.
Another good card in that deck, I think, as a house is the I can't remember the name of the attack reaction. It's the gives your weapon +2, and then gives your next one +2.
Oh yeah, that card's good.
Yeah.
It's a pretty sneaky
I'm
card. It's just a
blanking on
0
the
for
name,
4, but
yeah.
it's like in the reaction step, it being basically a 0 for 4 is sneaky.
What is it? Blade Flurry. That's what it is. That's right. Blade Flurry's gas.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
Mr.
card.
Producer.
I think it's I think it's better than the Shifting Tides of Battle. The yellow gives your weapon go again.
I think you still play that card though.
You do.
Like people,
Yeah,
isn't
you
it a
do.
3 block too?
Yep.
Yeah.
No. I mean, you have to run it. I mean,
one of the few from heavy hitters.
Just
See-
it gives you 2 go guns.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it does.
Like
They-
why not?
It's hard to
Pitches.
say what weapons do they run because
Hot
like
streak and a saber.
Hot Streak is good, but they do
No,
have
it's definitely
to
hot streak. That card is
broken.
dude. Card is really good.
If they block with an attack action, it automatically gets go again for the entire turn.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely gas.
Mhm.
Have you seen a lot of Kasai's running Oath of Steel?
No,
No,
I have not.
not for the combo blood on our hands turn.
Mm-mm. And I've actually played a ton of Kasai in that 100 games that I played.
Do you know what Oath of Steel does?
Yeah, it gives them the counters, right?
It gives them +1 every time you swing.
Yeah.
So it's like
And you
on
lose all the
swing
counters at the end of
at
turn,
the end
right?
of turn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I mean, over a blood on our hands turn, that's just giving you an extra 4 damage.
Yeah, you just got to line that up. So
Yeah.
Yeah. I do think the Twinning Blade is very viable in that deck as well. Being able to swing an additional time if on like a hot streak, if you're able to hit a hot streak or whatever.
Yeah, I suppose if you're playing hot streak, it makes more sense if it has
You know.
to go again.
Mm-hmm. But
I don't know if you play Twinning Blade though, because you like Twinning
That's-
Blade when
Twinning Blade has always felt kind of like a pipe dream.
you're able to attack with both weapons anyways, like
Yeah.
most
Yeah.
times. Where
Like-
the Dawn Blade is like when you fucking put that on a Dawn Blade, it's like
fuck.
And you
When they
fucking blocked for
overblock,
9,
yeah.
and you're like, dude, what just happened?
Yeah. It's just straight up good value. Well, let's hop off the Kasai train here. How about the other heroes here, Bailey?
Listen
Yeah.
up. Listen up to this next one, please, Cliff.
13 on Dash. Not new Dash. OG,
OG
Dash.
Doesn't surprise me. Honestly. Especially
Pick
with the
her up,
way that
Cliff.
interaction between Spark of Genius and Boom Grenade works. She's yeah.
Yep. That interaction.
Spark of Genius and Boom Grenade. What's
is
the...
well, it's just any crank item. You spark, you lose your action.
yeah.
You go get the crank item. It comes in, gives you an action. You also draw a card, though,
Yep.
off it. So it replaces itself
Yep.
while getting you a free item. You get to keep going with your turn. It's
Quite good.
quite good with crank.
Quite
yes.
good.
Still surprised that card is like as cheap as it is, honestly.
Yeah.
Spark.
I want to know how many are actually running Hanabi though, because that was kind of my.
Can you say that again? I didn't hear what you said, Cliff. What was the name of that blaster that you said? What was that?
Yeah, I said what I said. I said Hanabi. Get your deaf ears off of the microphone, boy. But no, like that card just feels really good in Dash. Like that gun,
The
it
Hanabi?
feels so good. Yeah,
Over the pistol?
yeah,
No.
I prefer it.
No, sir. I'm not even a Dash
Hey,
player.
no, Ben's the Dash guy, so
Okay.
if that's what he's saying, it must be true.
I yield.
People were talking about him using
Hanabi
it at
for
that
the win.
RTN when he bubbled out.
Yeah.
Oh, you see that guy on
Hanabi?
Yeah, Hanabi. I will continue to call it till the day I die. But yeah, there's a voice in my head that's telling me that I should probably play her too, because I
Yeah,
obviously
you
have
should.
played a lot of reps on that deck. I know what to do.
Is
it's the same-
isn't that just big well, I was gonna say big dick, but
I mean,
isn't that
it's
just
also kind of big dick energy.
isn't that just big deck, like swing huge damage and then you get your max V's and your Hanabi turns, like where you're
I'm
just
sorry, what
pumping.
what turns?
Hanabi.
Okay.
This is just a continuing thing with Cliff. I love it. Well, how about the other ones,
Jerks.
Bailey?
Yeah, 12 on Azalea, like I was saying, which I'm going to have to take a look at some of those lists and see how similar they are to mine.
You can always take a peek at mine too. I have
Judge,
Azalea
Jury,
built.
Executioner.
Gas.
It's so good. I've gotten it to hit a handful of times now, and
Yeah.
it just feels so good.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest modification I need to make to my list is to bring in the Memorial Grounds package again.
Oh yeah, you 100%
Yeah.
need those if you're running
Yeah.
the judge.
Just to recur it so many times back.
Yeah, the only way you
because
can do it-
Codex doesn't bring it back to the top. Codex just brings it to Arsenal.
You can't
Memorial
get the
Grounds
aim
brings it to
counter.
the top, so I can get the aim counter again.
Get the aim counter and Dom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, yeah, to turn the effect on, you need the M counter, and I think other than knock, you have to just see it naturally off top.
There's
right?
I forget the buff. There is one buff that just puts an aim.
No, I
counter
mean
on
like
something.
a card you're playing though.
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
probably
yeah.
only playing knock outside of
Yeah.
Memorial. You know,
Yeah.
Memorial kind of is just like, so you get like kind of 6 copies of that recursion where you're
Yeah.
getting the aim
Well,
counter.
We'll see. I might leave in the Codex package too, just because the value on Codex
Yeah.
obviously is.
Or just play like
nuts.
2 Memorials.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, 3 seem a little too much to me.
Yeah, but it's also another no block.
Yeah.
When you're already running
Yeah.
usually 3 minimum with your rain razors. So just being stuck with even more than 1 0 block also feels bad.
Yeah.
I don't know how many games I've lost because it's down to me with a rain razors in hand. Anyways.
The non-block situation again. Gotta
Yeah.
love it.
11 on Kano, 10 on Levia, 10 on Dromai.
Little knockback for
again.
Dromai.
Always just there.
Dromai was, I think, most played last weekend.
Was she?
Yeah. Yeah, her. I
Yeah.
thought so. She was most played, didn't make top 8, and Victor was
She kind
second.
of has a
Her and Victor were second.
terrible
Yep.
They were
matchup
first
into
and
a
second.
lot of these, though.
You see her and Victor both take a step back this week.
Yeah, Victor down to 9. 8 on Bolton.
Your boy.
Oh.
Keeping that in. Get a nice little belch in the ear when they're listening.
Yeah, followed by like the most Minnesotan. Oh.
So true.
Anyway, yeah, 8 on Bolton. I'd be curious to see those lists too, because he's been pretty underrepresented last couple of metas, and
Every time I play him, he actually does a lot of scary things.
yeah,
He does push a lot of damage, and he has pretty good blocks in armor. So theoretically, he should be good. You know,
Yeah.
without
Wonder-
Kasai coming into the limelight and stealing all
want to
the.
see how many of them are on the correct Bolton build.
Yeah.
The combo.
What do you mean?
No, fatigue. What the fuck are
Fucking
you talking
Decimator
about?
axe. God.
Combo Bolton. No, that's a fatigue deck.
Yeah, for you. For you.
5 on Dorinthia. 5 on Phi. He's taken a huge step back.
Yep.
Holy
After winning
shit.
Worlds.
Yeah.
I think there's just too many new toys right now. You know, he's been around forever. His lines are not like very, intriguing to a lot of like ingrained players. They've been there, done that, I think. You know?
Yeah.
And like he's fine. I'm not saying he's a bad choice. I'm actually trying to get Sean to play him. Or you know what, Sean? Just play Tekla with me. What am I doing? Trying to get him to play all this bullshit. It's like, no, just play the fucking power deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The D
So
tier
good.
hero.
Give him the Azalea.
It's so good.
The tuna fish
Come play this
sandwich.
fucking tuna fish sandwich real quick, dude.
5 on Azuri. 4 on Prism. Hashtag Numenaris. 3 on Katsu.
That was surprising.
Yeah.
Only 3. Yeah.
Only 3 with the new ancestral.
I don't get it. Again, it could just be like player fatigue. Just like been there, done that. Katsu's been around for fucking ever. Like,
But literally since the beginning.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's just merit to a lot of these heroes. Like everything is can be good and can win.
It's just
It's
whether or
hard to
not the pilot, That's where I think the pilot skill comes in on the hero
honestly,
for sure.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if we see a fair amount of Katsus and stuff around here. I feel like there's a pretty big like ninja.
True.
I think
fan
we've
base
always kind
around
of
the
had some
Midwest. Yeah.
big ninja fans.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for that. 2 on Viserai, which I don't even remember the last time I've said his name in any of these.
I don't remember the last time I played a Viscerai.
Couldn't tell you.
I mean,
It's hard to even find him on
2
Talishar.
people
honestly.
trying to
Couldn't tell
make Sonata work, I guess.
Probably one of the push the point guys.
Actually, I
Hamish,
think they
right?
were. He was. He did the calling over the weekend. Actually, he was a caster.
Caster.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I mean,
I was like, I know that voice.
We're
this
still
Battle Hardened was
waiting on
over in
our,
Liverpool, so
Yep.
it's right in their neck of the woods.
Still waiting
Yeah.
on our invite for the Minneapolis event.
Never know. Might just be in the background.
1 on New Dash, 1 on Arachne, 1 on Max, 1 on Riptide, 1 on Reinar, and 1 on Vincent.
Oosh,
No Teklos. Just
No.
want to note that.
No,
not one.
not a single one.
Because he's bad.
Whoa. He's not bad.
Just a third-rate duelist with a fourth-rate deck.
Yes, Bailey. Oh, if that's not our intro, I'm fucking out of here, dude. Oh my god.
Don't worry, that'll be in. Well,
Anyways,
off of all those representations, we had.
do you have the top 8?
I got the
Okay.
top 8 pulled up right now. In first seed, we had a Bolton.
Wild.
Wait, Bolton won?
First seed.
Oh, first
going
seed.
into
Okay,
top
okay,
8.
gotcha,
First
gotcha.
seed. Second
shit.
seed was A dash.
OG dash, right?
Yep, OG dash. Third seed was Prism. Fourth seed was Uzuri. Fifth seed was OG dash again. Sixth seed was Bravo. Seventh seed was another Bravo. And then eighth seed on Kano.
What are these dashes playing? Are they doing like control dash? Or
Actually, we don't know the lists. I don't think.
I didn't
yet.
get to see the list.
I don't know if you're gonna be playing like Tree Frog Dash right now. There's not a lot of reasons to be doing that. I don't think.
No.
I honestly think Tree Frog Dash gets smoked by the new heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. This top 8 is pretty crazy. Just like kind of goes back to what I was saying. Like anything's good. Like under the right circumstances.
Were there any new heroes
hard
in the
to-
top 8?
Not one new hero in the top 8 of this one.
Not even any KOs.
Not a KO, not a Kasai, not a Victor.
That's what I mean. Like
Wow.
it's so much different than last weekend's, right?
Yeah.
You look at the Prism. I mean, 2 Bravos, 2 Dash. It's almost like a Dash or a Bravo always sneaks in, it seems like. Kano, whatever. That's kind of no surprise. I think Kano's pretty hot right now. Zuri.
Literally.
Zuri's kind of a, surprise.
Yeah, what, are you going to be on Kano
squeak
for
in
our
there.
TNs?
Hell no.
No, don't do that.
I'm playing Kasai.
There you go.
Yeah, of course you
There
are.
you go.
Well, I mean, in the finals, Bolton, Prism, 2 light heroes,
Yeah.
getting down and dirty.
Nah.
Victor Goldmain reference, huh? But
Bailey's eyebrows. He's like, wait, no, I don't think so. I don't think this is Victor Goldmain.
he's on the card.
Down and Dirty? No. You're thinking of
No, you're what?
Down and Dirty is the
No,
one you
you're
blocked
right.
from
You're
Arsenal.
right. You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm thinking of That's all you got.
That's all you got. Or is
Yeah,
that,
my eyebrows did
is
kind
that
of
all you
go
got?
crazy there.
Yeah.
you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. That's my bad reference. But your boy Bolton,
Genuine bewilderment right there.
your boy Bolton in the top or in the finals,
Yeah.
and your girl Prism.
Yeah, I don't know if she's my girl really anymore. I don't want to call her my girl when it's a totally different deck. I haven't actually given that deck any like.
Don't tell her that.
True
She's
that.
gonna get offended.
True that.
Baby, you've changed.
Did you guys see the list though? You guys ever take a peek?
I did not get to look at the list.
Very, very Herald heavy.
Oh, for the Prism.
Yeah,
Who was
they
it?
already released the list. The winner was Rob Catan.
Okay, yeah. No, I did look at that Prism list. It
yeah.
was very Figment heavy.
Yep, had all the figments.
Angels.
Did it run all 8?
I'm not sure if it was.
I don't think it was
8.
all 8, but it was
There's
a lot.
some of them you
6
probably
of
just
them?
don't play. I know some of
Yeah.
them are kind of bad.
Yeah, like Figment of Erudition, terrible.
No, not anymore.
No.
Not when you're able to draw the cards and have an action point. Like,
Yeah.
that's what
No.
that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what that deck needed. But yeah, very, very Herald heavy. Looks honestly just like an aggro deck.
Yeah.
Big, huge 7s with Go again. I mean, that's what was so beautiful about playing Prism back in the day was you'd pitch a
fucking
yellow,
heralds.
you'd have 2 Heralds, and you just go 7, 6, pass. Like,
The fact
that's
that
a 13 3-card hand. Okay.
the fact
Like,
that you get to attack 3 times with Prism,
Yeah.
because it's your first Herald and your first Angel, so you just get to send your 3rd attack most of the time if you're able to.
Yeah,
Pretty
it plays a
gross.
lot. It plays like that play pattern plays a lot like the old one. The difference is the 32 life, obviously. Mm-hmm.
Devastating blows.
Oh yeah, that's
I still think
mean,
they could have given her more.
the guy just won an event, so maybe the 32 life is not as
Yeah.
bad as we thought.
No,
It's cool to see just like it. What was there? Only 4, I think, that showed up to the tournament. 4
Yep.
prisms.
4 Prisms.
Yeah, that's crazy. No really like aura package. I also noticed in the deck. No iris. Really focusing on just being an aggressive, big, huge, kind of
Obviously-
like KO, honestly.
Obviously, Arclight
Go again,
Sentinels.
big
it
attacks.
did Genesis.
It had some of like the generic good ones.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think any sort of Prism list, you're always going to see like Genesis, Arclight, all of those. They're too good. Mm-hmm. I mean, Arclight just bones you for a whole turn.
Yeah. Yep.
Shout out
Stops anyone.
to Zach and Danny. I know Danny played Prism
Yeah.
for a while. He was working on Prism.
He's probably back on it. He's that illusionist player.
Danny just asked me actually about the format this weekend. He's thinking about coming back and playing some more at Legends, so that'd be cool.
Yes,
Good.
please, Danny, we miss you.
Good.
Yeah, we need some more Dromais.
We need those illusionists
prisons.
back.
Yeah, good practice.
We need him. I know Tucker hasn't been showing up recently. He's been a busy man, and Tanner's off of the old Dromai. He's on the Azalea train. So we've lost them all. We need that. We need that matchup. Oh, Drew. I guess Drew does run Dromai.
So where they're like raising his hand.
One thing I did kind of want to touch on a little bit before we take off. What are we at? About an hour now, Josh? Huh?
Let me do a little peep see here.
I'll just go into this anyways. Where's the freaking lore for this set?
Haven't seen one. When we
Nope.
got bright lights,
Nope, not a lore.
they came out
anywhere.
with 3 stories
I know.
right away. Like
I've usually
before
been
it even
super into
dropped.
that shit.
Interesting.
I know.
Maybe they're just trying to find good ways to fit it into the incorporate it in the lore right now.
Yeah. Maybe it's just not important. It's just a bunch of people celebrating, getting drunk, and fighting in a huge pit, and it's just kind of like a,
Saturday night type
yeah, it's
thing.
not like important to the story and like the what's happening in Seoul right now with the dark or whatever. What is it called?
Dude, I feel like this shit right here is basically
The
the,
Shadow?
Super
What is it
Bowl
called?
of Wraith.
The
man. Like,
You know what I'm talking about, Josh. There's like something
the
taken over.
monastery.
Yeah, but like they call it's like the big huge cloud of darkness that's taken over the fucking Wraith, and it's all these demon
Isn't it
shadow figures
dimensional
are coming
vortex?
through.
Isn't it the dimensional
No, I mean just in the
vortex coming
story.
through?
Like in the story, there's like some light shadow shit going on that we
Yeah.
don't really know about. And then they have like this set where there's like
so what has
Betsy
has the,
and
has,
fucking-
the, has the news of that shit just not made it this far?
I don't know.
North?
We'll probably conclude that story when we hit the Monarch 3. Actually.
What I mean, I
Monarch
would
round
probably
we will get a third
next
Monarch
year?
set.
I would assume.
I don't know. Yeah, I do
I'm
know.
I'm not
much
ready
space
for
was
another
there?
light and
How much space was
Shadow
there
set,
between
man.
Monarch and Monarch 2?
Dustledon? I don't
Yeah.
know. Maybe like a year.
yeah,
Probably a year.
it was like 5 sets.
A little over a year then.
Like a year and a half. Sorry, I was just counting on the wall.
Yeah, 5 sets, right? Is that
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like a year and a half.
hopefully we take a little break from that because Monarch wiped me out, man.
Yeah, for real. We need to go back to
sick of
Aria
Monarch.
first. Pick up some
Did
ice.
you?
again.
I did.
Yeah.
It's Monarch draft and like sealed isn't terrible.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just got the fact that we got a set that was light and shadow and we couldn't even play draft or anything with it kind of sucked, and we had to go
Yep.
back to Monarch.
Yep. Well, so I
So-
think like the same issue right now with Tails is like a thing where there's no reason to be like opening or buying that product if you're a player.
0.
So I actually think this year probably we'll get another elemental set, I would imagine.
Hopefully,
Please bring us back to Aria.
Yeah, those card pools are just dead.
toast
you know,
right now.
We
and
have
that's not going to be like
no
that way for
elemental
long.
wizard. We have no elemental guardian.
Yep.
I want my ice heroes back.
Yep.
Ice Ninja.
Sub-Zero
Come on.
wins.
Give me Sub-Zero,
Yeah.
please.
It's going to happen.
I know.
You heard it here
I know.
first on
Give me
the
another ice
BDE
guardian.
cast.
Not-
we
not
can't
ice or
have an ice
just a
ninja.
pure ice
We
guardian.
can't have an ice ninja.
Yeah, it's just Kadachi's that when they hit, they give you a frostbite. Easy.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Easy.
Absolutely
Dude,
not.
Kadachi
Are you
locking
insane? What
so
is
good.
wrong with you?
Oh,
No.
What do you mean?
No.
Make it a two-hander then. Have it attack for 1.
Like a Searing Ember Blade.
Yeah, but
Autumn's Edge.
You
Just
still make it like
2
a
cost,
small
1
little
go
attack.
again. Frostbite on hit if there's an
You
ice
mean
guardian pitch.
Edge of Autumn.
Maybe we
did
go
I
back
say?
to Aria
Bottom's
after
edge.
we have our all wizard set, or sorry, our all arcane set.
That would be
All
fun.
wizard set would be so much fun.
No, all arcane. It's when they give us the necromancer.
so I think actually what's happening there, it sounds like, and through just some of like I know James came out and said this
the
next
grapevine.
is going to be, or as he said, it's like his favorite yet. So we got something coming up this
Well, we
next
know
set.
he likes rune blades.
Well, yeah, maybe this is the arcane thing or the arcane set. I don't know if it's going to be like strictly arcane though. I don't know if you could actually function like in a draft format where you're strictly doing arcane. I think it will be just
What's the only
themed.
armor?
No,
No
it will
rune?
just be themed. Like there will be
Spellblade?
rune blades, there will be wizards, there will be some new necromancer that deals arcane or something. There's gonna
Cleric.
or just something, but like
Cleric.
it's not gonna be like all fucking arcane damage. Do you know what I mean? Like how could you possibly play a draft
Fuck it, give us a wizard merchant.
format like what?
I mean, dude, I want a set like we were saying of all new classes. Like, give me all new classes again. Necromancer, cleric,
I want
druid.
like a legit
Yeah.
like paladin. Like Bolton gives those kind of vibes.
Victor
but
gives
give
me huge
Victor-
paladin vibes.
Give me like
that
a legit
armor-
paladin.
Yeah,
Like is life
Blocky
game gonna
and-
be good? No, probably not. But
I heard Brian Gottlieb saying once upon a time like they don't want life gain fatigue to ever be in the game again. He said it kills the vibe.
I think designing
100%.
a life gain hero in Flesh and Blood is like extremely fucking difficult.
Yeah,
Like how do you balance that?
Like-
you know, you can't make the hero itself gain life, so you need to like have the cards do it. But then what is your deck? Just a bunch of sigils and like Like
I
I don't
mean,
know.
like the extent of
it's just
it,
weird. Gaining
the
life
extent
is
of it
like
can be like fighting Findels, like
or Findle's fighting
Findell's
spirit.
fighting spirit,
Yeah.
Heart of Fendel, where you're gaining like 1 life.
Well,
And
maybe-
that's like the most extent. Other than Sigil of Solace, I know it gains 3, and so does Healing Balm. Don't get me wrong, but that is just a lot of life gain in
Maybe
one card.
the way you balance it is like you give it a bunch of life gain, but also the attacks you lose life when you attack with them. So like you have to like use your life to like attack. That's not very like thematically a cleric,
I can
but
see that being like
but
a
that's how you'd balance
necromancer
it,
kind
maybe.
of thing, though.
yeah.
You know,
I was talking to Alex about this one day. Necromancer, where you're creating zombies, but your deck, he was thinking like for design wise, your deck, you start with 10 cards in your banish zone. And then that's like part of your deck. So your core deck would only be 50, but you're able to have zombies that you can create right away and just pop them straight out of your graveyard.
That's pretty cool.
in your banish or something like that with like a shadow necromancer or something.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty interesting. But
I think Necromancer's like the obvious pick right now in the community for like most hype.
yeah.
Alchemist, maybe.
Yeah, I suppose. How sexy is throwing potions at someone though?
Well,
I mean, Salt Bay with potions.
That'd be good. But I don't know. I'm just excited. I hate talking about a new set coming out when we
No, I
just
know.
got one.
like literally just got it.
We should say like we love this sealed this limited format so far. Like it was incredible. It all felt like
It's
just
been better than most recently.
I think it's been.
will
I think
say.
it might be just the best. Like I'm looking at the boxes up there, Josh. Outsiders was good. There was still a lot of
really
issues
enjoyed
with Outsiders. There just
Yeah,
seemed like too
the
many
Arachne
assassin
piles
piles.
were
There
a
was just too many.
thing,
It
but-
was just kind of like and this format as well. Like I think in compared to other ones, especially like even Bright Lights. The Bright Lights you'd play like the 40 card piles, right? Because of the fatigue issue. In this format, I think you just run closer to 30. Like you're really trying to like, have those consistent turns that like with the cards you drafted, and you can kill your opponent in 2 or 3 turns. You have the ability with these decks to like push 15 plus damage.
Betsy especially.
Oh yeah, well I mean you look at all of them; they all can do it. And I mean we're playing Blitz too, so it's one thing to note. They all start at 20 life, which is like something I noticed yesterday.
That's good.
I was like, man, finally.
Yeah,
None of
that's
this life,
good.
The
discrepancies.
one set where it would have made sense for one hero to start with lower life, man.
Which one
Fucking KO.
would have made sense?
Getting your
I
arm
guess
chopped off kind of fucking hurt.
starts at 39 or 38. Yeah.
Because I mean, his other version started at
It's
19.
17, right?
19.
Was it 19?
Yep, Benji's the 17.
Yeah.
Do you see the Marvel price of Kasai? Got bought out.
Dude,
Did it?
It got bought out. Yeah.
No way. What did
It's
they
like
add?
it's like 450 right now.
I think the cheapest one right now is 7, but
700.
yeah, on TCG.
Get the okay. I'm not looking at
Well,
TCG.
that's not like last sold. Well, no, you have to. TCG is like where you go for like the market price of shit, dude.
Yeah, but
You just go
if
to
they
the
get bought out. I've been seeing them on like Facebook Marketplace for like 380, 400.
and that's and because on the marketplace you avoid the fees and you always charge 75, 80% or whatever. But yeah, is it still like 7?
Yeah.
Hasn't sold yet, and I doubt it will. It'll stick around 4, probably settle around
It's gonna be
450.
like that Icelander where it's gonna be sitting there for like 600, and it's just gonna sit. Not
If anyone, if any listener wants to trade my Marvel KO plus some cash, let me know for your Kasai. Almost got Tanner's, but
Don't look at me. I don't have any Marvel.
I did want to shout out to Ovaltine. Him and I played a couple games this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, one of our listeners from Singapore
Hell yeah.
was looking to test with anyone really that morning, and he was available, and yeah, we jammed some games. It was pretty cool. He played KO.
Did he bring some big deck energy?
He did. He played KO. I know he played KO and Blitz, I think, for skirmish season.
Yep.
Was able to win both those games. They were pretty close, but then he switched to Zuri, and he beat me pretty handedly. He ended up having the fucking shred.
Oof.
And I just was like, he had one card in hand, and I generally don't. I just always avoid that play. Like, I just always respect the shred because you just are almost never rewarded when
When you block for it.
And so I blocked with my headpiece, and he red shredded, and Then no more singularity, and I just died. But yeah, it was good games. It was fun to play with a listener. So.
Yeah.
I think that kind of does it. Are we good?
Yeah, I think we're pretty good.
Yeah,
we're
kinda does it
wrapping
for
up
all
at an
of us.
hour here. We are recording really late on a Sunday.
Yeah.
Post Super Bowl, Chiefs can suck it. Chiefs are bad. It's all.
Well,
It's
they-
all.
Go sports.
They did just win a Super Bowl.
Shut it.
I don't know if you can say they're bad. I mean, I'm not a Chiefs fan.
Scripted.
You think so?
Oh,
Oh,
completely
dude, it's absolutely scripted. All of it is, man.
scripted with Taylor Swift.
I think you guys are crazy.
No, you.
We'll leave it at that. Let's get the fuck out of here.
All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us on episode 28. We appreciate you guys coming in and giving us a listen. Make sure you hit that follow button on Spotify. Give us some more follows on Spotify. And also give us that rating, that 5-star rating if we think we're 5-star. But you can always join the Discord in the show notes. I will always have that in there. You can email us at bigdeckenergycast@gmail.com. I will probably put the YouTube in there. I know Ty's got a pretty exciting game that he wants to try to upload on there
God.
from Talishar.
Oh, just to
And
give you
then-
guys a taste, I was at 4 life. My KO opponent was at 40,
Anymore.
and I transformed into Meklevossen, and I won that game.
Just disgusting.
Incredible.
But
Insane.
hopefully get some more videos up on there for all you guys to watch. But as we always like to say, signing off. Peace.
See ya.
As always, it's a pleasure.
Nah.